Hello, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever you are. Welcome to another Tuesday Talk. The topic for today's conversation is this: 215 conversations with executives and 3 mental models that they use to advance their career or they have used previously. If you have been with me previously in Tuesday Talks, welcome back. And if it's the first time that you're joining me, welcome. I talk about career development and progress for 2 groups of people: those who are planning to land higher profile roles, and second groups are the ones that they are currently in higher C-level positions and they're thinking to make an exit and start doing something a little bit with wider impact. The work we do with the first group is to make you headhuntable, if that's a word, to position you as a thought leader. And the work we do with the second group is to make you launch ready to launch your business. And that's monetizing your know-how and your knowledge. Today's conversation is a result of 215 conversations that I've had with a lot of senior managers and executives since 2017. And that gave me a lot of content and research and all of that for my book and my programs. But also, I started to see a lot of patterns. And one thing that I notice is that a lot of senior managers, executives that we see currently are holding these positions. They use different frameworks and methods, and some of these ones were constantly coming up, and I started to collect them. And the first one that I share with you is the concept of opportunity cost. Opportunity cost, I do not need to explain it to you. Anyone that has been in investment, has been managing a delivery or a portfolio, knows the meaning of you invest in something, and that's the cost of that is what you say no to, which is the other things that you have deprioritized. It was interesting that many times when you ask senior managers what made you to make a move, they weren't saying that, oh, because it was more interesting or it was the opportunity for growth, blah, blah, and any of that. They were saying cost of staying here was higher than what, for example, taking the other role or not taking. So this concept of opportunity cost is really investment, and the most important asset that you have when it comes to career and your progress is not actually your salary, is your time, is your age, and what you're doing with it and what you are creating. I hope I'm still live. I think I am. All right. The second one that was very interesting, and it didn't come up with these exact phrases, but was the concept of chess master, or someone that looking at movements. At the beginning, whenever I heard this one, I was having a little bit of negative, let's say, judgment towards it as who you are, or you think you can move things or move people like chess pieces. But only in a very few occasions that was used in that context. Most of the time, the concept of playing a game or chess was something that meant they had multiple moves in the future planned for themselves. So they knew that after this, what they do and what's the next move. And if you have watched Queen's Gambit, you would know that how many moves you can imagine and keep in mind, and then make your movement one step at a time. It was surprisingly common that a large number of participants in this conversation that I had, they were having at least 3 to 4 moves ahead of them planned. And yet I used to think I'm the one that plans everything. But no, they do. And they roughly knew how long it's going to take them and what is the key thing for them that will give them a signal that it's time to move on to their next move. The third one is the concept of ikigai. Excuse me. That is a Japanese concept for doing the work that matters. And you know that in model, it's a fascinating model. It's the work that I am passionate about, the work that I have the skill for it, the work that world needs it, and the work that I'm getting paid for it. So if you find something that is in intersection of these four circles, you're doing fantastically. This is something that I recently hear a lot more about. And it's not something that you hear in public. These conversations were always, without exception, private. And here is an example of a couple of conversations with some of clients that they were saying, I don't even know what I am doing. I don't even know why I'm still here. Because it wasn't anything to do with the role or title. It had nothing to do with the salary. It had nothing to do with how many people are reporting to you. They had got so good at what they do, and they've achieved to the point that they really planned many years ago. And now they were wondering, what am I doing here? What is my why? What am I about? What's my purpose? And it's very interesting because you think these people are quite older than us, maybe around 50, 60, and then arrive at that point and that have those questions. But it was completely opposite. There were people that they are in 35, 37, that they're thinking, so what's that? Because these are hyper performers that from age of 24, as soon as they graduate from college and uni, they've been just killing it. So high performance, getting one thing after another. And now around just before 40, they're thinking, what am I doing for? And the joy of life is that once you start working with them and you just will hear or get a text message such as this, the moment that we connected my purpose to my activities, I was able to sleep. These are simple activities that they are not easy. Just because we know the concept, we know the models, but actually spending time to implement it in our day-to-day takes time, takes works. So that was the third model that was quite known, and I heard a lot of reference to it in day-to-day conversations. The reason I talk about models, firstly, I'm a fan of models because they allow you to replicate success that's done in a different space. Also, they allow you to diagnose. So, for example, you look at a model that's been applied somewhere else and you think, oh, how can I apply it here? And what can I do here? And what can I change? And if I don't get the same result, how was it done in another space? So it allows you to go back, check, and come back here in a new space and make micro adjustments. That's the beauty of models. And the reason I share this one with you, the mental models, not to give you another thing to beat yourself over the head with a hammer as why am I still here or what am I doing with my professional life. Instead, I want you to think about something different. I want you to look at your practice. If you are in technology, if you are in business, if you are in product, if you're in sales, strategy, delivery, whatever your practice is, I want you to think about what are a couple of models in your space that you are damn good at? Like you know these models inside out, and you're the one that actually use them to implement or enhance and improve your organization. Think of some and then ask yourself, how can I apply that to my career? And you're going to have lots of fun with it. Well, let me replay the whole conversation. 3 mental models a lot of executives and senior managers use to get to the positions that they want: the concept of opportunity cost, the concept of knowing your move, multiple moves ahead, chess master, and the last one, ikigai. All right, have fun, my friends. I'll see you next week, Tuesday, same time, same place, and definitely a different topic. Bye.